Hello everyone, I'm Aditya Orpa, my role is 13 and I'm the leader of Team Thunderbolt. Our given topic was the risk Bangladesh economy is facing right now and its solutions. It's a broad topic, but we tried to cover the major parts and suggest some probable solutions that the government might take to minimize the risk. So the first topic I'll be covering is our declining foreign reserve. The over dependency on few export items have put a strain on our reserve. Also, our biggest foreign currency earning source, remittance, have dropped by more than 17% in the first 10 months of fiscal year 2022. On top of that, our trade deficit hit a historic height of 27.56 billion dollars in April. As a result, our foreign reserve has declined from $48 billion dollars in August to $35.98 billion dollars in November. The declining foreign reserve has caused many other problems that my teammates will cover. But now let's see some ways to stabilize our foreign reserve. Devaluating the local currency, controlling export import expenditure, diversifying exports, encouraging foreign investment, and decreasing export dependency can be used to stabilize our reserve. Our foreign reserve. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Assam sir, this is Favorthing Lazim. My roll number is 59. So one of the biggest risks that our country has been facing is inflation. According to the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics, the inflation rate in January was 8.57%, although it has been decreasing since August 22 when it was 9.52%. But if we look at the market, the prices have been increasing. If I give some data, the price of chicken is 240 taka per kg, eggs are 140 taka per dozen, and soybean oil is 185 taka per liter. We all had been saying the prices are going up because of COVID pandemic and Russia-Ukraine war. But if we look at the other countries like US, China, India, or Euro area, inflation rates are falling significantly. So everyone expected a significant decrease in inflation, which did not happen. Here are some probable reasons. Number one is dollar rate. At the moment, the dollar is 104 taka, but in April 2022, it was 86 taka. The dollar market is facing an unrest situation. As we know, Bangladesh is an import-based country, so the increase in dollar rate has affected the price of daily commodities that we use. The second one is limit on letter of credit. Most of the banks are not issuing LC, which eventually increases the prices of imported goods because of the low supply. Third one is the price hike of fuel, gas, and electricity. The government has increased the prices of fuel by more than 40% on average since last August, gas by 78.6% and electricity by 19.9 and 10.2% since last November. These hikes have the biggest impact on the current inflation. And the last one is market dominance. Despite all of these facts, the market should have been stable, but because of the dominance of some giant group of companies, the market is facing trouble and unusual price hike. And here are some probable solutions. Number one is subsidies on electricity, gas, and oil. Number two is setting fixed dollar rate. Number three is decentralizing import. And the last one is market monitoring. That's all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, this is Suhala Saraf and I will be discussing repayment of installments of loans taken from major projects of Bangladesh. Bangladesh economy should be on guard for 2027 and 2028 as the country will start to collectively pay back the interest due on foreign loans. It may face major shocks in 2024 and 2026 in regard to its foreign debt repayment of 20 major mega projects. The cost of this mega project is about to reach 70 billion for the next few years. Around 61% of $43 billion is part of foreign debt that Bangladesh mostly owes to Russia, Japan, and China. Out of 40 loan packages and 5 grants totaling $32.26 billion for the mega projects, 37 loan packages are begin to repayment by 2030 that totals $28.43 billion. For mitigating the upcoming economic shocks, the following measures can be taken. For example, the government and the bureaucracy must be capable of proper implementation and completion of projects within a timeline. The government should attract foreign direct investment instead of taking loans. The money should also be properly utilized for external debt.
Assalamu alaikum sir. This is Ishrat Jahan Putul, role 159. I'm going to talk about IMF. The International Monetary Fund has approved a 4.7 billion loan for Bangladesh, which Bangladesh will have to pay in 7 installments till December 2026. Why Bangladesh seeking this loan? Bangladesh economy is currently experiencing a serious structural problem in its external balance. The import-export balance, the current account which includes remittance flow and overall balance of payments. Since IMF has given some conditions, Bangladesh will likely face few problems. Removal of lending cap could make borrowing more costly. Bangladesh will no longer be able to independently determine economic policy because whenever the government designs a policy, it must guarantee that it does not contravene any of the IMF's conditions. Third one is the IMF also wants Bangladesh to increase its government revenue. If to increase revenue, the country chooses to increase the tax rate or VAT, it may marginalize and further impoverish the poor. The fourth one is the funds will be provided in installments by the IMF. That means the money could be withdrawn if Bangladesh follows the terms. So the possible solutions to these problems are: to begin, the country must ensure that the flow of funds from the IMF is not interrupted. It must constantly monitor the funds flow. Second one is Bangladesh needs a backup plan. What if the IMF stops its funding after a few installments? The backup plan may be a bilateral agreement with developed countries like United States or China, or regional assistance like SAARC or ASEAN. Third one is boost up production, which will bring foreign exchange in. Fourth one is modernization of monetary policy structure to lessen inflation. And the last one is building financial capacity of the government.
Assalamu alaikum sir, this is Arafat Rahman. Now I am going to talk about the default loan of Bangladesh in recent years. A default loan is a loan that has not been repaid according to terms of loan agreement. A report of Bangladesh banks shows that at the end of September 2022, the amount of default loan over Taka 1,34,396 crore. In June 2022, the default loan amount was Taka 1,25,258 crore, while the amount in September 2021 was Taka 1,01,150 crore. It increased rapidly in recent years. Another report of Bangladesh Bank shows that the rate of default loan at the state-owned banks is 46%, for private banks is 49%, foreign banks is 1.9%, and the specialist banks is 3.1%. Causes of default loan. Loans can be taken easily: hiding information from bank, investing in the wrong business, corruption, and political intervention within a bank. Problems of default loan: profit will shrink, banks will face liquidity crisis, banks will not meet its risk and return target. Recommendations to minimize default loan: collecting right information, stop corruption and nepotism in lending. Banks and financial institutions should be freed from the influence of politics and bank managers. Publish the blacklist of defaulting borrowers and refrain from granting loans in future. Thank you. That's all.
Now comes to LC opening. Is dollar crisis in Bangladesh disrupting LC opening? A letter of credit, or LC, is a contractual commitment by the foreign buyer's bank to pay once the exporter ships the goods and presents the required documentation to the exporter's bank as proof. As a trade finance tool, letters of credit are designed to protect both exporters and importers. Bangladesh bank officials say that the banks are opening LCs every day. Due to the country's ongoing foreign currency crisis, many banks in Bangladesh have restricted the opening of most letters of credit, including those for importing daily necessities. This has led to shutdown of import-based businesses in Bangladesh, resulting in shortage of supplies of imported raw materials of manufacturing industry or retail products. Hence, the shortage in supply will lead to increased price of the imported products. As a result, the shutdown of these businesses will result in job losses. Hence, the unemployment rate in Bangladesh is likely to rise. As we can see from the diagram, the aggregate supply curve shifted from AS to AS1 to the left, resulting to an increase in price level. Thus, inflationary pressure is likely. A probable solution of this situation will be the right combination of monetary and fiscal policy by the Bangladesh government. Thank you so much. That will be all.